Hi, ladies and gents. So, this is another video random stuff about the Filipino mentality when it comes to fighting. Okay, before, uh, during those times of Manny Pacquiao versus Mayweather, Mayweather fans would think that Filipinos don't indulge themselves in boxing. And they say, oh, Manny Pacquiao is a special Filipino. He is one of a kind Filipino. We haven't heard of any Filipino like that. So the rest are just ordinary, and our culture, our people, uh, are already like known for being tough in boxing. Well, that is not true. Actually, Manny Pacquiao is just a regular Filipino because if you go to the Philippines, there are a lot of regular people who is even stronger than Manny Pacquiao. He's just the first Filipino athlete who is internationally publicized as a great one. Uh, there are a lot of ordinary Filipino people, Filipinos who are like him, poor and grew up in the farmlands, and they're very strong people. And of course, they're not publicized. We're isolated. The Philippines is an isolated culture. We the, we don't we don't blend too much with other cultures. Yeah, we see that Filipinos could easily adopt to other cultures, and that a lot of Filipino women marry other races. But when it comes to the Philippines, uh, we are not we are not blended really to the outside world. We What we see of the outside world is just on the TV, and what's on the TV is always exaggerated, and we tend to follow it, but that's not actually what's happening outside the world. But we just follow it, right? And then uh, it's hard for us to be recognized uh, because we're isolated people. But inside the islands there are a lot of Manny Pacquiao's, and boxing has been a regular entertainment sport in Filipino culture. There are a lot of good boxers, but they are not well known internationally. The few are who are well known internationally are Flash Lorde, Pancho Villa, Severino Garcia. And most of these boxers who are known internationally are because they have the access, probably. They have the luck to be known in the international scene. Just like Manny Pacquiao, he was lucky. He was lucky not in a sense of his abilities. He strived for it. He has the talent, but the his publicity is luck in itself, and people recognized it. So, uh, having said that, now because of the media and the YouTube and social media, uh, the the talents of the people nowadays are easily recognized, and we can see it right now that there are a lot of Filipino boxers who can be recognized. Right now, Casimero is on the rise, and and in the future we will see a lot of Filipino boxers like hitting hitting stardom status, and most of these Filipino boxers who come from the Philippines itself, uh, they don't have this uh, this American culture within them. Like they do have the American culture when it comes to the rap music or whatever, dancing, but not the American mentality. Usually they have this mentality of a natural warrior. Uh, Money second, first is pride. But some of the, you know what I mean, like some of Filipinos who are exposed to American culture, which is money and uh, what I don't know how you call this one, but money and then conceit and like showing off stuff that they're better than the other people. They're influenced by that. I don't know what you call that culture, and like I am not gonna say that it's American culture, but it does happen to come out of that. You know what I mean? Um, that environment. It came out from Mayweather, and it's sad that Dunaire, who is he was born and raised in the Philippines, I guess, he's adopting that kind of culture, and it's sad for Filipinos because uh, we're not we're not meant to have this sort of ideology. You know what I mean? Like back in the days when I was small in grader, we settled things in a fist fight, and that's normal in a Philippine setting. And yeah, you would always people of other culture would always say that, "Ah, I've seen fist fights all over, blah blah blah." Okay, I got what you mean, but in the Philippine setting, a fist fight is normal for any people. Tough guy or not tough guy, a fist fight happens. It's always in other cultures that a fist fight happens only on tough guys. But in the Philippine culture, we settled it. Uh, we settled the difference uh, by having a fist fight, and those those people who fight, they're not usually all of them are not usually tough guys. I've seen one A student who fought a tough guy like a punk. He's even smaller, and he won the fight because they we have to settle that altercation. We were kids back then, and what we do is we try to make it a secret, find a place that they would settle this down, and then go for it. And it's normal. It's normal for us. And then if the the spectators would see that one is being hurt bad already, we jump in and stop it. These are normal stuff. And when you get to grow older, it's no longer a fist fight. It's already fighting with weapons. So we don't have uh, guns. Sometimes other guys have guns, but it's a it's a it's a weapon based fighting now when you grow older because you want to defend yourself. Uh, like mm, sticks, stones, beer bottles, whatever, what have you, rocks, chairs. So one time I've seen uh, this popular Filipino martial artist Mark Aida said that when boxing was introduced in the Philippines during those Queensberry rules time, they did this, right? And then the Filipinos started to use this one closer, closer to the face because our system of fighting is always weapon based, like those all those Filipino fighting systems, arnis, kali, whatever you call it, eskrima. Because if you do this one, your hands is gonna get cut by a blade, by a knife if the other guy has a weapon in him. And now this Queensberry style has changed into this because of Filipinos. I'm not sure if that is true that the Filipinos are the one who changed this one. And then the one who popularized the bolo punch is Seferino Garcia. He popularized it because of his culture. He In his culture, the way they cut the sugar canes is the way the ball punch is thrown because that generates power. And the ball punch has been adapted by many other boxers, most especially Sugar Ray Leonard. So fighting in Filipino culture is not new. Boxing is not new either. Um, and this is a good generation for Filipinos to showcase their talents and abilities and to publicize their their inborn skills, which is we have a lot because of the social media nowadays that the people are using as tools to expose themselves. This is a good time, and now I think we are going to produce a lot of Filipino boxers that would be seen internationally. So Manny Pacquiao is not is not a special Filipino. He is one of the regular Filipinos who got real talent. He is just so lucky that he was publicized very well, and a lot more Filipinos are gonna be seen in the boxing world. And right now, I'm rooting for Casimero to uh, to be known for his ability. So this is just the beginning of a new era for Philippine martial arts. Good day.